Very, very good morning to all of you, my friends. Welcome back. I hope you guys have revised what I have discussed in the previous session. So, if any of the students have any doubts, you guys can speak to me. Whatever the queries you have, you can post here regarding the doubts. If anything you have related to previous session. Else, we'll start with few full-fledged questions on transportation industry. Let me give you a brief about what all we discussed in the previous session, wherein we started with service costing. It's a method of costing used by those companies who are into service sector. This service costing is used to calculate the cost per unit of service. Accordingly, they can fix up the selling price. When talking about the format is very simple. The total cost divided by units. Units may vary from industry to industry. Further, units can be single unit or composite unit. So we started with transportation industry, wherein composite unit can be calculated using two ways, that is absolute or commercial. Absolute uses weighted average approach and commercial uses simple average approach. Thereafter, we discussed how to calculate units and all. So anyone having any doubts or queries relating to the part what I have discussed in the previous session, you guys can post. Good morning, Akhila. Good morning, Mathili. Good morning, Navneet. I request you guys to please download the notes that are available over the portal. I'll be taking few questions from my notes only. So fine, let's start with example number 3 from the material what I have provided. The similar question is there in the study material. So let's start with example number 3. Good morning, Hemen. Good morning, Surinder. So ABC Transport Company has given a route of 40 kilometers long to run a bus. I repeat again for the students who have joined a bit late. Example number 3 from the material what I have provided, I'm discussing. Similar question is there in the study material also. So ABC Transport Company has given a route of 40 kilometer long to run a bus. The bus cost the company a sum of rupees 10 lakh. It has been insured at the rate of 3% per annum. The annual tax will amount to rupees 20,000. Garage rent is 20,000. Annual repairs are 2 lakh 4,000. The bus is likely to last for 2.5 years. The driver's salary will be 30,000 per month and the conductor salary will be 25,000 per month in addition to the 10% of takings as commission. So apart from the salary, they will be getting 10% of the takings. So here takings means revenue. So whatever the revenue they are generating, 10% will be their commission, which is to be shared equally by driver and conductor. So in short, it is 5% of the revenue, for 5% for the driver and 5% for the conductor. Cost of stationery will be 1,000 rupees per month. Manager cum accountant salary is 17,000 per month. Petrol and oil will be rupees 500 for every 100 kilometers. The bus will make 3 up and down trips, carrying on an average 40 passengers on each trip. The bus will run on an average for 25 days in a month. Assuming 15% profit on takings, calculate the bus fare to be charged from each passenger. So let's start with this question. As discussed also, all the costs will be categorized in three parts, that is fixed cost or standing cost, variable cost or running cost, and maintenance cost. So let's start with all the fixed or standing cost. So the cost of bus is 10 lakh and it has been insured at the rate of 3% premium. So let's start with the insurance cost. So the cost of bus is 10 lakh. So this will be 30,000. The annual taxes amount to rupees 20,000. Again, it's a fixed cost. Garage rent is 20,000 per month. Again, it's a fixed cost. Annual repairs will go under repairs and maintenance, that is maintenance cost. Now, see, the bus is likely to last for 2.5 years, so we can easily calculate the depreciation also. Wherein the cost of bus is 10 lakh, divided by 2.5. So the depreciation will be 4 lakh rupees. The driver salary and conductor salary will be fixed and the commission will be, we will be treating as variable only. So driver salary and conductor salary, will write it down. So this will be 3,60,000 and 25,000 into 12, this will be 3 lakh. Now the cost of stationery is rupees 1,000 per month. Depreciation is, I think, 4 lakh only. 10 lakh divided by 2.5 is 4 lakh only. Akhila, please check. Cost of stationery is 1,000 per month. Manager cum accountant salary is 17,000 per month. Petrol will go under variable cost. This is all what about fixed cost. Now next is variable oblique running cost. So petrol and oil is rupees 500 for every 100 kilometers. So petrol and oil is rupees 500 for every 100 kilometers traveled. So can you guys calculate how much will be the kilometers? We need to calculate the kilometers to calculate the total cost of petrol and oil. What will be the distance traveled? Can you guys tell me? So the bus will make 3 up and down trips, and the distance is, I think it is given in the question, 40-kilometer long route to run the bus. Or the ABC Transport Company has given a route of 40 kilometers long to run the bus. So 40 kilometers they are going, plus 40 kilometers they are coming back. How many times in a day? 3 times in a day. 25 days in a month and 12 months in a year. Since we are doing the yearly calculation, so we'll be converting into yearly only. So 80 kilometer is the round trip, 3 trips in a day, 25 days in a month, 12 months in a year. So on an average, the bus is running for 72,000 kilometers. Very good, everyone. Neha, please check. It is not 240. Very good, Nikunj. Bala Murugan, very good. Navneet, very good. Very good, everyone. So now 72,000 kilometers the bus is running. And for every 100 kilometers, the cost is how much? 500. For every 100 kilometers, the cost is 500. So the cost of diesel will be 3,60,000. Apart from this, we have to write down driver commission and conductor commission that we need to calculate. So after calculating these two, we'll get the total variable cost, so leaving this column blank. Now next is maintenance cost. Next is maintenance cost. You see the maintenance cost is given as annual repairs are 2,04,000. So this will be my total A. Total B and total C. So this will be 2,04,000. This we need to calculate. We have to calculate the total A. So this will be 15,66,000. Anyone having any doubts or queries till now? You guys can please post your queries. Very good, everyone. Anyone with any doubts or queries till now? So now let's proceed further. Now see, apart from this cost, that is 1566, 360, 2,04,000. Apart from this cost, very important, we have to add commission to calculate the total cost. Apart from this cost, we have to add commission to calculate the total cost. And further, if we add profit, we will get the total revenue. So let's calculate the total cost in the total revenue. Total cost will be A plus B plus C. Let's refer the working note. Calculation of total cost and revenue. Now see, we have the cost excluding commission. So let's write down the cost excluding commission. That is 1566, 360 and 2,04,000. That is 21,30,000. This is my cost excluding commission. In this, we have to add commission. We have to add profit. Then only we will get the total revenue. Now see, herein we have the total cost excluding commission, but the percentage of commission is given on what? On revenue. The percentage of commission is given on what? Revenue. Again, profit percentage is also given on revenue. Here the taking means the total revenue. So let's assume that revenue is 100. Profit will be how much? Profit is 15% of taking. So 15% of revenue will be my profit. Commission will be 10 of 100. So how much will be my cost? So from 100, 15 is profit, 10 is commission. So 75 will be my cost. So 21,30,000 is equals to 75. How much will be 100? So 21,30,000 is equals to 75. How much will be 100? It will be 28,40,000, of which 2,84,000 will be the commission and 4,26,000 will be my profit. So we have got the total revenue and the total cost. So 2,84,000 is to be shared by driver and conductor equally. So 2,84,000 divided by 2. So that is 1,42,000. And 1,42,000. So 644 is my variable cost. Fixed cost is 15,66,000. And maintenance cost is 2,04,000. So 24,14,000 will be my cost. Anyone with any doubts or queries, you guys can speak to me. Whatever the queries you have, you can post your queries. Very good, everyone. Anyone with any doubts or queries? Yes, Hemen, Karan, Bala Murugan, Ankita, Lohit, Nikunj, Suhaira, Maithili, Navneet, Pooja Byalal, Nisha, Neha, Kambira. Anyone with any doubts or queries? Tanmay, Regan, anyone? Very good, everyone. So now we have got the total revenue. Now we have to fix up the fare to be charged from the passenger. So herein, to calculate the amount to be charged from passenger, we have to calculate passenger kilometer. So let's calculate the passenger kilometer also. So 40 kilometers they are going with how many passengers? So this will be 28,80,000 passenger kilometers. So let's calculate the fare per passenger kilometer. So it will be 0.986. Okay, now a question from my side. What will be the fare for round trip? So if a particular passenger is coming and going, how much fare will be charged? Can anyone tell me? What will be the fare of round trip? So I've got answer 1.972. Anyone else with the answer? What will be the fare for round trip? The cost per passenger for every kilometer, the cost for every passenger for every kilometer, it is 0.986. So what will be the round trip fare from every passenger they will be charging? So I've got answers from Surinder, Balamurgan, Nikunj, Neha, Ankita. Nikunj and Surinder, please recheck your answer. Anyone else? What will be the fare for the round trip? There are many students in the class. I want answers from everyone. Karan Shah, it is incorrect. See, for every passenger, for every kilometer, it is 0.986. So, if a particular passenger, see, we have to charge 0.986 from every passenger for every kilometer traveled. So, if a particular passenger is traveling for 1 kilometer, we'll be charging this much. If a passenger is traveling for one way for 40 kilometers, we'll be charging how much? 0.986 into 40. And 80 kilometers into 0.986. So this is the way you guys have to solve the question and present the question in exam, solution in exam. If anyone have any doubts or queries, you guys can post your queries, giving you 3 to 4 minutes time to copy. What's the doubt, Pooja? Yes, Pooja. Can you please write in brief?
The total cost is 24 lakh 14,000 and
24 lakh
total
14,000 is the
kilometer.
cost and total revenue is 28 lakh 40,000.
Okay, revenue payment. Okay, sir. I have taken some cost.
No
Okay.
worries. Anyone else with any doubts? At least copy down this part. The solution is available in the study material, but do try to copy this part. Miss Minu, for round trip, second one apply now or it's up to you. If I have written both the answers that the fare for one way trip will be how much and fare for round trip will be how much. Suhaira, sir, is fare per passenger only for one passenger one day and doesn't mean per kilometer per trip? See, Suhaira, when talking about the fare to be charged from every passenger for every kilometer was 0.986666. Sorry, 1 second. 0.98611. So this will be the fare to be charged from every passenger for every kilometer travel. That is 0.986. So if a particular passenger is traveling for 10 kilometers, will be charging 9.861. So similarly, if a particular passenger is traveling for 40 kilometers, will be charging 39.44. And if a particular passenger is traveling for round trip, that is coming also and going also, will be charging 78.888. So I hope your query is resolved, Suhaira. Okay. So Anil sir, could you please explain why you have taken 80 passengers? So the capacity of the bus is 40 passengers. So 40 passengers are going and 40 other passengers are coming. So that's why I've taken 80 passengers. Anyone else with any doubts or queries? So let's start with the next question. I hope Anil, your query is resolved. So let's start with the next example. We are done with example number 4. Now let's move towards example number 5. The example is not there in the study material, so I request you guys to please download the material that is available over the portal. For the students who are watching over YouTube and those who have not downloaded, I'm sharing the screen for your reference. You can take the screenshot. Example number 5, you can take the screenshot. So let's start with example number 5. Mr. Amit Gupta has started transport business with a fleet of 10 taxis. Example number 5 from my material, I'm discussing Mr. Amit Gupta has started transport business with a fleet of 10 taxis. The various expenses incurred by him are given below, wherein the cost of each taxi is 75,000 rupees. Salary of office staff, it is 1500 rupees per month. Salary of garage supervisor is 2000 rupees per month. Uh, Rent of the garage is 1000 rupees per month. The driver salary per taxi is 400 rupees per month. Road tax and repairs per taxi is 2160 per annum. Insurance premium insurance premium is basically at the rate of 4% of the cost per annum. The life of a taxi is 3 lakh kilometers, and at the end of which it is estimated to be sold for 15,000. So herein the life is given in kilometers. A taxi run on an average 4,000 kilometers per month, of which 20% it runs empty. Petrol consumption is rupees 9 kilometer per liter of petrol, costing rupees 6 rupees and 30 paisa per liter. Oil and other sundry expenses amounting to rupees 10 for every 100 kilometers. Calculate the effective cost of running a taxi per kilometer if the higher charges are 1 rupees 80 paisa per kilometer. Find out the profit that Mr. Amit may expect to make it in the first year of operation. So I request you guys to read the question again. See, half of the work is done when you read the question carefully. So read the question once again. So let's start with the solution now. So let's start with the solution. So the cost of taxi is 75,000 that will be used for the purpose of depreciation. Now salary to office staff is 1500 rupees. It's up to us. We can prepare the statement monthly also, yearly also. So it's completely up to us. So salary of the office staff is 1500 rupees per month. So I'm preparing it monthly only. Now, next is salary to garage supervisor, 2000 per month. Rent of garage is 1000 rupees per month. Driver salary per taxi per month it is 400. 400 per month is for every taxi, and there are total 10 taxis. So this will be 4,000. Road tax and repairs per taxi is 2160 per annum. See, generally repairs will go under maintenance cost, but here in road tax is also given. So we will be just taking it under fixed only.
So for in this question, we need not to calculate for a year. sir,
It's up
or
to you. You can calculate it for year also and you can calculate it for per month also. It's up to you.
both the
Okay?
way is answer is correct, sir, or not?
Huh?
If we calculate per month or we calculate per annum, so in exam both the way is answer correct or
Both
no?
the way it is correct.
Okay, sir.
At the end of the day, you need to check that what exactly the question is asking herein. The question is asking first of all, the calculating the cost of running taxi per kilometer, right?
Yes,
So
sir.
ultimately, we have to divide it by the number of kilometers only.
Okay, sir.
Road tax and repair is 2160 per annum. So divided by 12, it is 180 rupees. Into the number of taxis are 10. So 2160 is per annum divided by 12 into 10. So this will be 1800 rupees for the month. Next is insurance premium, 4% of the cost per annum. So 75,000 is the cost into 4% into 10 vehicle into 1 by 12. So 75,000 is the cost of taxi. There are total 10 taxis. So 7,50,000 is the cost. The premium is 4%. So the premium amount will be 2,500. I hope this part is clear to all. I request you guys to calculate the distance traveled. That is how many kilometers on an average the taxi is traveling, and also calculate the depreciation. Give me 2 minutes. I request you guys to calculate the depreciation amount. Sorry, kilometers is given straight away. I request you guys to calculate the depreciation amount. Give me 2 minutes. So I'm waiting for your answers, guys. What will be the depreciation amount on taxi? So I've got answers from Nikunj, Pooja, Meenu, Pooja Byalal. I think one question, so many answers. So very important, guys. Yes, Meenu. I think I'm getting variety of answers for the. I just want the depreciation that I'll be writing here in the solution. I want that answer only, be it per month, whatever. This is the statement I'm preparing, and I want to write down the depreciation here. So I want answers. I think it is monthly depreciation for all the taxis. This is what I want. I want monthly depreciation for all the taxis. So I've got answer 5,000, 8,000, 12,000. I want monthly depreciation for all the taxis, guys. Now, see, very important. Depreciation, we generally take it as fixed cost. Depreciation, we generally take it as fixed cost, but especially in transportation industry, when the depreciation is dependent upon the life of vehicles and the life is given in the kilometers. See, if the life is given in years, we can simply keep depreciation as fixed cost. But if the life is given in kilometers, then we can take it as variable. So herein, I think this much is enough for the fixed cost. I have covered all the fixed costs, wherein salary to office staff is covered, garage supervisor is covered, rent of garage is covered, driver salary is covered, road tax and repairs is covered, and insurance premium is done. So this is all what about my fixed cost. Now let's proceed further with variable or running cost. So herein the cost of taxi is 75,000, and it is to be sold after its useful life for 15,000. The useful life is given in kilometers. That's why we are taking it as variable cost. Now, this is the useful life. Now, in a particular month, the taxi runs for 4,000 kilometers. Since this is the monthly cost statement, so we'll be taking 4,000 kilometers monthly into the number of taxis are 10. So 60,000 divided by 3 lakh. So the correct answer is 8,000. I've got many answers, different answers. So anyone with any doubts or queries in this part, you guys can please post. Mahek Roy, how come you got 23,750? Pooja Byalal, Neha Pandey, 5,000 you got. Gabbar, 12,000. Neha Pandey, 60,000. Pooja Byalal, 6,250. Hemin, you got 60,000, but 8,000 is the correct answer. So how come you guys got that answers? Yes, Mehak, hopefully your query is resolved. Surinder Kumar, Pooja Byalal, Neha Pandey. I hope you are thorough with the solution. Gabbar Thakur. Yes, anyone with any doubts? Yes, in this calculation. So 75,000 is the cost. minus the scrap value divided by useful life is 3 lakh kilometers. And since in this month the taxi is running for 4,000 kilometers, so 800 will be the depreciation for every taxi, and for all the 10 taxi it will be 8,000.
This 15,000 is they mentioned estimated to be sold at. So this is
First of all,
not
please
a selling
mention your
price.
name.
Maithili, sir.
Yeah, Maithili, tell me.
Uh, in the question at the end of which it is estimated to be sold at 15,000. So
Yes,
you
so
can you
15,000 is the scrap value what we'll be getting after the useful life of 3 lakh kilometers.
but we not take it is as a selling price. We need
It
to
is the
take
selling
this.
price only. We purchase the taxi for C. It's very simple that we purchase the taxi for 75,000. After running for 3 lakh kilometer, we can scrap it off or sell it off for 15,000.
Okay. So scrap and selling both are same in this question.
Yes. Yes, Mahek,
Okay.
any doubts? Pooja, Meenu, Neha. So this is all what about the calculation of depreciation. Now let's proceed further. So depreciation is done. Now see it petrol consumption is 9 kilometer per liter of petrol costing rupees 6 rupees 30 paisa. So let's write down the petrol also. Can anyone tell me what will be the petrol cost? What we will be writing in this statement? I want you guys to post your answer. Try to solve the questions on your own. I have discussed every part in detail. What will be the cost of petrol? Yes, I want correct answers from everyone. Quick, guys. Anyone else ready with the answer? See, this statement we are preparing for one taxi or 10 taxis, guys. We are preparing for all the 10 taxis. So 4,000 kilometers a taxi runs in a month into total 10 taxis. Now, it is giving a mileage of 9 kilometers. So how much diesel will be consumed? See, 40,000 is the total kilometer that they are running. And on an average, it runs for 9 kilometers for every liter. So how much the petrol will be required? 4444 into 6.3. So, sorry, 1 second. Yes. So into 6.3, it will be 28,000. It is 28,000. See, very simple, guys. 40,000 kilometers they are running on an average. And 1 liter of petrol gives a mileage of 9 kilometers. So it means how much petrol will be required? 40,000 divided by 9. So 4444. This much petrol will be required, and the cost of petrol is 6.3. This much petrol is required in a month. and the cost of petrol is 6 rupees 30 paisa. I hope this part is clear to all. So we are done with the calculation of petrol part now. Oil and other sundry expenses amounts to rupees 10 for every 100 kilometers. For every 100 kilometers, it is 10. So this will be 4,000. So we are done with all the cost. So let's calculate the total now. So the total cost of running the taxi is 52,800. Anyone with any doubts or queries? I'll be covering this part also. Very good, everyone. So the total cost of taxi, the total cost is 52,800 per month for all the taxis. So cost per month per taxi will be how much? Cost per month per taxi will be how much? 5280. Now see, 5280 is the cost of running a taxi in a month, and herein it is given in the question that the taxi runs 20% empty. See how it works is, see, let's say you book an Ola or Uber, and the Ola is coming from 5 kilometers to your pickup location. So 5 kilometer it is running empty. So it's basically a normal loss for the company. So herein the cost of this 5 kilometers will go to your trip. See, if a taxi is 5 kilometers away from your location, the cost of this 5 kilometers will be absorbed in your trip. So here, the taxi is running 20% empty. Very important, guys. The taxi is running 20% empty. So effective kilometer. Effectively, they are getting a fare of from how many kilometer? 4,000 into 80%. They are getting something on only 80% of the kilometers. That is, they are getting something in return for 3,200 kilometers. So the loss of this 800 kilometers will be borne by how much? This 3,200 kilometer. I think Lohit mentioned that why we are taking. So I think Lohit, I hope I addressed you. I mentioned you also that when I'll be discussing this question, I'll be just mentioning that this loss of 800 kilometers will be borne by remaining 3,200 kilometers. So here my effective cost per kilometer will be how much? This is the cost that I am incurring per kilometer. So my cost will be 1.65 per kilometer. Anyone with any doubts or queries, you guys can post. It is 1.65 rupees per kilometer. I hope, Lohit, your query is resolved. I think you asked the same question. That, sir, what about the loss? Yes, Lohit?
Yes, sir, I got it. I did the same calculation in annual method. I got the same answer, 1.65.
Your name is Lohit only, no?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Lohit. I hope this part is clear to you now.
Yes, sir, sure.
Okay, fine. So this is my effective cost per kilometer. This is what the question is asking. Anyone else with any doubts or queries? Neha Pandey, it is 1.65, not 1.62. Now the next question, what the question is asking, that find out the profit that Mr. Amit may expect to make in the first year of operation. So can you guys tell me what will be the profit? Waiting for your answers. What will be the total profit? They are charging 1 rupees 80 paisa for every kilometer. The cost is 1.65. So what will be my profit? Yes, Hemant, tell me.
Sir, I have a doubt in like the calculation of petrol. It says that 20% the taxi runs empty. So wouldn't we deducted the 20%
Okay,
from
so if
the
the
average?
taxi is running empty, it means what? That they are not, I mean, during that period of time, I mean, no petrol will be consumed. This is what you want to say, Hemant?
Yes, that's what I would
So
think.
suppose if you are driving the car and it's running empty, no passenger is sitting, it means that petrol will not be consumed, right? This is what you want to say, Hemant?
Yeah, because there is no order, there is no
No, no, no,
passenger
no, no.
coming.
Again, I repeat, suppose, one second. Suppose my question is very simple that suppose you are staying in Mumbai, okay, and you book a Rapido, okay, or you book an Ola or you book a Uber, and the taxi is coming from 10 kilometers to pick you. So for the 10-kilometer distance, no petrol will be consumed in the taxi.
No, it will be consumed.
Very simple. So if it is running empty, even though it is running empty, but the petrol will be consumed or not?
Yes, it will.
I hope it is clear now.
Yes, sir. Okay. Makes
Any other
sense.
doubts,
Thank you, sir.
Hemant?
No, sir. Thank you.
Okay, fine. So profit will be how much? 1 rupees 80 paisa they are charging minus 1.65 is the cost into 3200 kilometers into 10 taxis into 12 months in a year. So the profit will be 57,600. Anyone else with any doubts or queries? You guys can please post your queries. I'm done with the solution. I request you guys to copy the solution. Please copy the solution. Pooja, read the question carefully. It is saying that find out the profit that Mr. Amit may expect to make it in the first year of operation, not first month, first year of operation. I hope it is clear, Pooja. Navneet, Akhila, any doubts? So fine. I request you guys to copy the explanation. Once you are done with copying, I request you guys to please read example number 6 from the material, what I have provided. I'll be discussing example number 6 from my material. No worries, Josh. I request you to download the material what I have provided. So let's start with the next question, example number 6 from my material. We are done with example number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now let's move towards example number 6, wherein Mr. PS owns a bus which run according to the following schedule, that is Delhi to Hisar and back the same day. The distance traveled is 160 kilometers one way. Number of days run each month, it is 9, and the seating capacity occupied is 90%. Similarly, the details are given for Delhi to Aligarh and Delhi to Alwar. Now, following are the details that are given, wherein the cost of bus is 15 lakh, salary of driver is 30,000 per month, salary of conductor is given, salary of part-time accountant is given, insurance of the bus is given, diesel consumption is given, that is 5 kilometers per liter of diesel. In short, it means that the bus is running for 5 kilometers for every liter of diesel, and the cost of diesel is given, that is 90 rupees per liter. Road tax amounting to rupees 30 for every 100 kilometers. Road tax amounts to 21,912 per annum. Lubricating oil is rupees 30 for every 100 kilometers. Permit fees is 500 rupees per month. Repairs and maintenance are 5,000 per month. Depreciation of the bus is 30% per annum. Seating capacity of the bus is 50 passengers. Passenger tax is 20% of the total revenue. Here, takings means revenue. Calculate the bus fare to be charged from each passenger to earn a profit of 30% of the total takings. The fares are to be indicated per passenger for the journey from Delhi to Hisar, Delhi to Aligarh, and Delhi to Alwar. Yes, very good, Nikunj. The answer is correct. So let's start with the solution. Example number 6. So let's start with depreciation. See, herein the useful life is given for the see herein the useful life and all. I think nothing is given. The rate of depreciation. 1 second. Okay, the depreciation on bus is 30% per annum. So 15 lakh is the cost of the bus. %30 is per annum. We are going to prepare this statement monthly. So into 1 by 12. So the depreciation will be 37,500.
Sir, why we take depreciation in this question under fixed cost, sir?
See, if the depreciation is dependent upon the distance traveled, then it will be variable. Rest in all the cases, depreciation will be fixed only.
How will we find this is comes under variable or fixed, sir?
That's what I'm saying. If the useful life is given in kilometers, I repeat again, the useful life is given in kilometer, then depreciation will be taken as a variable cost. However, if the useful life is given in years or a fixed percentage is given, then it will be assumed as fixed cost.
But in study material, the the life is given in year only. But we
If the
gave
life is given in years, it will always be fixed only.
but we put it in variable cost only, sir. In
No.
study material.
There will be some or other point. If the useful life is given in years, it will always be fixed.
Okay, sir.
It will always be fixed.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. So salary of the driver, it is 30,000 per month, and conductor, it is 26,000 per month. Salary of the part-time accountant is 7,000 per month. Insurance of the bus is 6,000 per annum. Diesel is variable cost. Road tax is given, that is 21,912 per annum. Lubricating oil, permit fees, repairs and maintenance will go under different heads. So we are done with the fixed cost now. Now next is variable cost or running cost. And the first variable cost we'll be taking is diesel. And for calculating diesel cost, we need to calculate the kilometers. So you guys do try to calculate the distance in kilometers for the month. Waiting for your answers. What will be the total kilometers that we are traveling in a month? Yes, so what will be the total number of kilometers the bus is traveling? Yes, waiting for your answers. Very good, Nikunj, Gayatri. Let me check. The total number of kilometers the bus is traveling in a month. Calculation of kilometers. Quick, guys, waiting for your answers. I want answers from everyone. Very good, everyone. But still, there are many students who have not posted the answer. Very good, everyone. I've got answers from many students, and I think most of the answers are correct. Yes, Suhaira, waiting for your answers. Meenu, please recheck your answer. So 8760 kilometers traveled in a month. And the cost of diesel is how much? Rupees 90 for every 5 kilometers. So this is the correct answers. Anyone having any doubt? Very good. I got correct answers from many students. Very good, Neha, Pooja, Nikunj, Meenu. I have taken both the ways. See, 160 kilometers they are going and 160 kilometers they are coming back. So that's why I'm just writing 160 plus 160 into 9 for Hisar. And similarly, we are doing this for Aligarh and Alwar. I've not prepared the diagram. I've just directly written the answer. So next point is lubricating oil is for rupees 30 for every 100 kilometers. So 8760 is rupees 30 for every 100 kilometers. So 2628. Now we are done with the variable cost. Now maintenance cost. It is repairs and maintenance 5,000. Anyone with any doubts or queries, you guys can post your queries. My total cost for all these three will be we have calculated the total cost as 268,634. Now we have the cost. Now see, the passenger tax is 20% of the taking and the profit is 30%. In this profit and passenger tax, if we add, we will get the total revenue. So here in the passenger tax is 20% and the profit is 30%. So my cost will be how much? 50%. I have discussed similar questions before also. So 268, 634 is equals to 50 and we have to calculate it for 100. So 537268. So this is the total revenue what we will be getting from this operation. Very good, everyone. Now we have to fix up the fares. That is from Delhi to Hisar, Delhi to Aligarh, and Delhi to Alwar. So to calculate the fare, we need to calculate the passenger kilometer. So calculation. I want correct answer this time from everyone. I request you guys to calculate the passenger kilometers, please. I have discussed enough of questions how to calculate passenger kilometer. So be quick, guys. I want answers from everyone. What will be my passenger kilometers? Giving you 2 minutes time. I want correct answers from everyone. Still, there are many students who have not posted the answers. I've got answers only from Lohit, Neha, Nikunj, Pooja, Karan, Gayatri, Gabbar Thakur. What about the other students? Yes. Yes, Josh. Waiting for your answers. The capacity of the bus is 50 passengers and 90% seats are occupied. Into how many times in a month? 9 days in a month. So the correct answer is 4,14,000. Please recheck your calculation, everyone. I think you did a mistake in zero, but anyways, very good. Please recheck. It is 4,14,000.
Sir, this is Lohit here. I have a doubt.
Pardon?
I
Your
have a
name?
doubt here. Lohit.
Yeah, tell me, Lohit.
Sir, the total kilometers the bus has traveled in this month is coming up to 8,760.
Yes.
Uh, and passenger kilometer should be less than 8,760, right?
It should be more than 8,760 because we have to multiply it by the number of passenger travels also, right?
Okay. Yes.
No worries, that's okay. Pooja Byalal, please recheck your answer. Anyone else with any doubts? So we have got the passenger kilometers, that is total passenger kilometer. Four lakh 14,000. So we can calculate the revenue per passenger kilometer. This will be 537,268 divided by 4,14,000. $1.298. So this is what the amount what we will be charging from every passenger for every kilometer traveled. No, Anil, examiner will ask you variety of questions. Since the transportation industry, there are many varieties of questions. That's why I'm devoting more time to transportation industry. I'll be discussing many questions on hospitals, then hotels and many other IT industries, toll collection booths, power generation unit. So you have to wait for 2 more sessions. But yes, examiner can ask anything. So now, if we want to calculate the fare from Delhi to Hisar, so the distance to Hisar is 160 kilometers. So a particular passenger, we have to charge 1.298 for every kilometer. One-way fare. Aligarh, the distance is 160 kilometer, 1.298. And Alwar, the distance is 170 kilometers into 1.298. So this will be the one-way fare. Assuming your calculation is correct, I'm writing your answer only 207.65. Just writing down your answer only. It is correct. So very good, everyone. So those who have any doubts or queries in this part, you guys can please post your queries. Waiting for your queries. I'm done with the solution. Those who want to copy the solution can please copy. In the meanwhile, whatever the queries you have, you guys can post your queries. Waiting for your queries. Further, I request everyone, be it Suhaira, Gargi, Gayatri, Akila, Mathili, Lakshmi Priya, Surinder Kumar, do post your answers. Prajyot, Kambira, Hemin, Gabbar is posting. Ashok, Tanmay, do post your answers. Nikunj, since no information is given in the question, so I'm not sure what to be done. I mean, it is 47.5 only. I'm taking it as a fractional amount, Meenu. Anyone else with any doubts or queries? Yes, Mathili, any doubts? Suhaira? I request you guys to copy the solution. So fine, guys. Enough of discussion on this question. Enough of discussion on this question. So let's take a break of 15 minutes. I'll be back after 15 minutes with one more question of study material. So make sure you guys are ready with your study material. I'll be discussing one question from study material after the break. So admin sir, please put a break of 15 minutes. Break started. Thank you, sir. Okay, I'm live now. Okay, so guys, welcome back. So now let's start with the next question. I request you guys to please open your study material. I'm discussing a question from study material now. I request you guys to open your study material. Service costing chapter. I request you guys to open your study material, service costing chapter, illustration number 4. Illustration number 4. So let's start with illustration number 4 of the study material. So SMC is a public school having 5 buses, each plying in different direction for transport of its school students. In view of large number of students availing of the bus service, the buses works in 2 shifts daily, both in morning and in the afternoon. The buses are garaged in the school. So there are 2 shifts of the students, morning shift and afternoon shift, and the buses are garaged in school. The workload of the students has been so arranged that the morning the first pickup will be for the senior students, and the second trip flying on hour later pick up the junior students. So similarly, in the afternoon also the first trip takes the junior students, and an hour later trip take the senior students. So pick up and drop facility the bus is providing. They are first going to pick up the senior students coming back. Then an hour later they are going to pick up the junior students and coming back. And once the school gets over, they first drop the junior students coming back. Then thereafter they drop the senior students. And since the buses are garaged in the school, so the bus comes back to school. So this is the daily plan of a particular bus. Now the distance traveled by each bus one way is 8 kilometers. Sorry. The school works for 25 days in a month and remain closed for vacation in May, June, and December. So, in short, the bus is operating only for 9 months in a year. Bus fees, however, is payable by students for all the 12 months. So, as usual. Now, the details of the expenses for the year are as under, wherein the driver salary is 4,500 per month per driver. Cleaner salary is 3,500 per month, salary payable for all the 12 months. And one cleaner is employed for all the 5 buses. License fees, taxes are 8,600 per bus per annum. Insurance is given. Repairs and maintenance is given. Purchase price of the bus is given. Life of the each bus is given in years. Scrap value at the year end, at the end of the life, that is after 12 years, it is given as 3 lakh rupees. Diesel cost rupees 45 per liter. And the bus gives a mileage of 4 kilometer per liter of diesel. सीधी और आसान भाषा में 1 लीटर डीजल में 4 किलोमीटर बस चलता है. And the cost of diesel is 45 rupees per liter. The seating capacity of each student is 50 students. The seating capacity is fully occupied during the whole year. Students picked up and dropped within a range up to 4 kilometers of distance from the school are charged half fare. So, in short, a trip is of 8 kilometers. So, those students who are traveling up to 4 kilometers, 50% of the fare will be charged. Ignore interest since the charges are based on since the charges are to be based on average cost. You are required to prepare a statement showing expenses of operating a single bus and a fleet of 5 buses for the year, and work out the average cost per student per month in respect of the students who are traveling up to 4 kilometers or more than 4 kilometers. So it's a very good question. Nikush Doshi, let me check. It is question number 4 from study material. Illustration number 4 from study material, in fact. So let's start with statement of cost. So now see, very important, read the question carefully. The last line, prepare a statement showing the expenses of operating a single bus and the fleet of 5 buses for the year. So herein the question is clearly mentioning that you have to prepare a yearly statement for one bus also and for all the 5 buses also. So let's start with this question. First and the foremost thing is driver salary 4,500 per month per driver. So 4,500 into 12. So this will be 54,000 for one bus. And for the 5 buses, it will be 2,70,000. Next is cleaner salary. It is 3,500 per month. So it is 42,000 and one cleaner is employed for all the 5 buses. So for the 5 buses, it is 42,000. So for per bus, it will be 42,000 divided by 5. So this will be 8,400. License fees and taxes 8,600 per bus per annum. It is 8,600 per bus per annum. So 8,600 is for one bus. So for 5 buses, it is 43,000. Next is insurance 10,000 per bus per annum. Repairs and maintenance will go under maintenance cost. Now purchase price, life and scrap value. So we will calculate the depreciation. Purchase price is 15 lakh. Scrap value is 3 lakh. Useful life is how many years? 12 years. So 15 minus 3, 12 lakh divided by 12 lakh, 1 lakh for one bus. So for 5 buses, it will be 5 lakh. Depreciation is done. Now let's move towards variable or running cost. Variable or running cost. So the first cost is diesel cost. Now for calculating the diesel cost, we need to calculate the kilometers. Can anyone tell me how many kilometers a bus is traveling in a day? In one day, can you guys tell me how many kilometers a bus is traveling? Yes, Tanmay, Gargi, Gabbar, Mehak, Meenu, Surinder, Ashok, Prajot. I've got different answers: 64 kilometer, 32 kilometer, 128 kilometer, 8 kilometers one way. I know, dear. So fine, it is 64 kilometers is the correct answer. So see, bus is going and picking up what? Senior students. Then it is coming back. This is for, they are going to pick up the senior students, they are coming back. Then they are going to pick up the junior students and they are coming back. This is in the morning. And or we can say for pickup. Now, when the school gets over, they drop the junior students first. They come back. Then they drop the senior students and the bus is garaged in school. So 8 kilometers in every trip. I repeat again, they are going to pick up the senior students for 8 kilometers, they are coming back. Then they are going to pick up the junior students, they are coming back. So now this is about pickup. Now dropping part, they are going to drop the junior students coming back. They are going to drop up the senior students, and lastly the bus is garaged in school. So in short, the bus is traveling for 64 kilometers in a day into how many days in a month? 25 days in a month. Into 12, into 12 months in, sorry, not 12 actually, 9 months in a year. So 64 kilometers in a day into 25 days in a month. And since the school is functioning, since the school is closed in May, June, and December, so for 9 months the bus is operating. So the distance traveled by one bus is 14,400 kilometers per bus. Anyone with any doubts or queries? Very good, Neha, Meenu, Akila, Pooja. So now diesel, let's calculate. 14,400. Now the mileage of the bus is how many? How many kilometers? 4 kilometers. And the cost of diesel is 45. So we will get it for per bus. So this will be 1,62,000. So this will be 8,10,000. Anyone with any doubts or queries? So we are done with the diesel part now. So now last is repairs and maintenance, 35,000 per bus. So this will be 1 lakh. Three lakh 78,000. 80. If we multiply it with 5, we'll get 18 lakh 90. So this is the total cost statement. Anyone having any doubts or queries, you guys can please post your queries. Very good, everyone. Now, we have to calculate the bus fare that is to be charged from the students who are traveling up to 4 kilometers or more than 4 kilometers. We have the total cost of a bus. So we have to calculate the amount to be charged from the students per month. So let's calculate the cost per bus per month. So if we divide 3,78,000 with 12, we'll get the cost per month, that is 31,500. This is the total cost of operating a bus in a month. Now we have to divide it by number of students to calculate the cost per month. But here is very important, guys, very important. The students who are traveling up to 4 kilometers, 50% fare will be charged. For the students who are traveling more than 4 kilometers, full fare will be charged. So we have to calculate the amount that is to be charged from the students who are traveling up to 4 kilometers and more than 4 kilometers. Now, guys, do pay attention. I'm erasing this. Sorry. Okay. Now, see, they are saying that the students who are traveling up to more than 4 kilometers, full fare will be charged. So let the fare for more than 4 kilometers be X. So the fare up to 4 kilometers will be 0.5x. Now, when talking about how many students are traveling in a bus, so very important, guys. See, in the study material, the solution is given, but it's on the trickier side. I'm just telling you a very simple way. Then let's talk about a bus. If a bus is going and they're picking up the senior students, so how many students they are picking up? 50. These 50 students are dropped to school. Now they goes to pick up the junior students and they drop them to school. Again, they are 50. So total in the morning shift, total 50 plus 50, 100 students are coming to school and the same 100 students are dropped back to home. So in short, a bus is particularly catering only 100 students. A bus is catering only 100 students, that is 50 seniors and 50 juniors. And the same students are dropped back home. So in short, a bus is catering 100 students. That is 50 junior plus 50 senior. Of the 100 students, 50% students are traveling up to 4 kilometers. So 50% out of 100 students, 50% are traveling up to 4 kilometers. Up to 4 kilometer, 50% students are traveling. And up to 4 kilometer, see, up to 4 kilometer, how much fare will be charged? 0.5x. For more than 4 kilometer, again, there are total 100 students, 50% students are traveling for more than 4 kilometers. Again, their fare will be X. So what will be the total number of students? So 100 into 50, 50%, 50 into 0.5, that is 25x, and this will be 50x. So in short, the total fare will be how much? 25 into x and 50 into x. That should be equal to 31,500. So total 75x is the number of students. So what will be the fare per student? What will be the value of x? That is 75x is equals to 31,500. So value of x will be how much? 420. It means 420 will be the fare, 420 will be the value of x, and we have assumed x for more than 4 kilometers. So for more than 4 kilometers, the fare will be 420, and for up to 4 kilometers, it is 0.5 of x, so that will be 210. So this is all what about this question. If you guys have any doubts or queries, you guys can post. Very important, guys. A bus is catering 100 students, 50 junior students, 50 senior students. 50 senior students are picked up and the bus is coming back to school. Then 50 junior students are picked up and the bus is coming back to school. Now the same 50 students are dropped back home, be it junior or be it senior. So in short, a bus is catering only 100 students. Anyone with any doubts or queries, you guys can please post your queries. Waiting for your queries now. Again, this is the way to solve the question. Now, for the students who are traveling more than 4 kilometers, full fare will be charged. So anyone with any doubts, queries? Practice is the key, Meenu. Yes, anyone with any doubts or queries, guys? Yes, Harsh Kaur, Mahek, Meenu, Pooja, Tanmay, Anil, Ashok, Deepak, Gabbar, Kambira, Karan, Lohit, Nikunj, Prajyot, Surindra, Lakshmi Priya, Nisha, Neha, anyone with any doubts or queries? This is a very good question. Asking individually to everyone. Anyone with any doubts or queries, guys? Yes, Ankita, Akhila, Neha. Prajyot, any doubts? Mathili, any doubts? If you guys want me to explain this part again, I'm ready to explain. I just want everyone to be thorough with the concept. Such type of questions examiner do ask. इस तरह का question last कुछ attempts में आए हुए हैं. So I want you guys to be thorough with the concepts. Anyone with any doubt? If you guys want me to explain this again also, I can do so. The question is very simple, wherein the students who are traveling more than 4 kilometers, full fare will be charged. Up to 4 kilometers, half fare will be charged. Now, full fare is how much? X. How many students are traveling for more than 4 kilometers? 50 students. So 50 into X. Again, how many students are traveling up to 4 kilometers? Only 50 students. So 50 into 0.5x. So 50x plus 50 into 0.5x, that is total 75x should be equal to 31,500. So this is how I got the answer. Any doubts, Anil? I request you guys to copy the solution. Lohit, any doubts? Anil? Lohit, I hope you are thorough with the concepts. Anyone with any doubts or queries? So fine, since no doubts are from your end, example number 7th is homework for you guys. Example number 7th is homework for you guys. I want answers from everyone on example number 7. So make sure you are ready with the solution when you are there in the next class, that is on Tuesday. Do try to solve example number 7. Okay, so no worries, Suhaira, tell me. Sir, please explain me this sentence. 50 per of the students traveling in each trip are in this category. 1 second. I need to open the study material once again. 1 second. See, the line is students picked up and dropped within a range up to 4 kilometers of distance from the school are charged half fare. So those students, those who are traveling up to 4 kilometers, half of the fare will be charged. And 50% of the student traveling in each trip are in this category. It means what? That out of the 50 students who are traveling in a particular shift, 50% belongs to the 50% strong students belongs to the category who are traveling up to 4 kilometers. Yes, Suhaira. I repeat again, Suhaira, out of the 50 plus 50, 100 students are traveling in a bus, 50% belongs to the category who are traveling up to 4 kilometers. This is the question and we have to write the solution, Meenu. I hope, Suhaira, your query is resolved. They are talking about the number of 50% of the students are traveling up to 4 kilometers. I hope, Suhaira, your query is resolved. See, up to 4 kilometers is 50% only. So, see, when the senior students are picked up, total students are 50. So 50 into 50%, how much? 25. Now junior students are picked up. So again 50 into 50%, 25. So in short, if a bus is catering 100 students, that is 50 senior, 50 junior, of this 100 students, 50% are traveling up to 4 kilometers and 50% are traveling for more than 4 kilometers. I hope this part is clear to all. Anyone else? Anyone else? So example number 7 from the material what I have provided is homework. The solution is not there in the study material. So I want answers from everyone. At least try it. This question is from past papers only. So I want you guys to try at least to solve example number 7 from my material. I have already considered, Meenu, this part in the question. The cost is for full 12 months, but since we are calculating the monthly cost, so accordingly they will decide the fees. So this amount into 12 will be the fees that will be recovered from the students. Anyways, done with this explanation. Now from BOS, Mr. Mayank Jain is there. He'll be speaking to you guys. So Mayank sir, are you there? Mayank sir, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, please.
Very good morning, students, and very good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
So, how's the session going on, students? Hope it was going well, and Vipin sir is also doing great. So, student, today I'm here to tell you about the fortnight program on 20th March for cost and management accounting. So, you all are requested to join that program to improve your study guidance, to improve your study, to know how you can improve your marks and improve your study, and how to gain maximum marks in your exams. Since the exams you have seen, the current exams are very, I don't think it will be a little bit tricky. So you have to clear your concepts well. You have to clear each and every concept through a deep understanding. You can't go through just questions and you think I've gone through all the questions and now I can attempt all the questions in the exam. But now you need a deep understanding of all the concepts. Vipin sir is doing well, other faculties are doing well. So you will take a complete advantage of these classes. And I also request all the students to give your feedback about the sessions, and you can give your feedback uh, on the live session also, and you can give your feedback in the Google form. So that's all, sir, from myself.
So thank you so much, Mayank sir. Thank you so much, students, for your
Thank you
time
so
and
much, sir.
patience. Thank you so much,
Yeah,
students, for your
thank you
time
so
and
very much.
patience and for active participation in the session. Make sure you are ready with the. Okay, sir. One of the students has mentioned that, sir, what are the timings?
So it's from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m.
Okay. So make sure you guys are ready with the solution on example number 7 that is in my material. Till then, do revise what I have discussed till now. Take care of yourself. God bless you. See you on Tuesday. Enjoy your weekend. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Sir, how to join?
So there is a flyer on the BOS portal. You can see the link on that page, and you can join through that link.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Welcome.